Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Duo English. I'm Emily.
And I'm Ben. If you're new here, this is the channel where we help you understand real, natural American English, the way people actually speak it.
Today, we're putting your English listening to the test. Here is the question. Can you understand a full, natural conversation between two Americans at normal speed with no help?
And we mean the real thing. Fast bits, contractions, casual phrases, idioms, and the little words that almost disappear when people speak naturally.
First, you'll hear the full conversation with no explanations. Then we'll replay 15 tricky moments, slow them down, and show you what your ear may have missed.
At the end, you'll score yourself and get a clear snapshot of where your listening really stands.
Don't worry if you miss things the first time. The parts you miss are usually the parts that teach you the most.
Ready? Let's do it. Okay, 2 quick things before we start.
First, let the conversation run all the way through. Don't pause, don't chase every single word. Just listen for the big picture.
Ask yourself 2 things. What are we trying to decide, and how do we feel about it?
Also, notice the parts that blur past you. Those little, wait, what did they just say moments are exactly what we'll come back to later.
First listening, full speed, no help. Here we go.
Okay, real talk. How are you feeling about this weekend?
Honestly, I'm kind of wiped. This week completely drained me.
Ugh, same. I've been running on empty since like Wednesday.
It was just back to back all week. I barely came up for air.
Meetings on meetings. By Friday, my brain was basically toast.
Right? So, I'll be honest, I'm a little on the fence about doing anything big this weekend.
See, that's the thing. Part of me just wants to keep it low-key. You know, stay in, order something, do absolutely nothing.
I'm down for that. That actually sounds kind of perfect right now.
But then the other part of me is like, we say that every single week, and then we never actually get out of town.
Yeah, that's fair. We could have gone somewhere last weekend too, and we just didn't.
Exactly, so I'm torn. Okay, if you had to pick right now, what are you leaning toward?
Part of me says couch, but part of me says we actually need to leave the apartment.
Look at us, actually thinking about leaving the apartment.
I know, revolutionary. What about you?
Honestly, I'm leaning toward a little trip. Nothing crazy. Maybe drive up to the lake, get some fresh air, clear my head a bit.
See, I get that. Should we see if anyone wants to come or keep it just us?
Can I be honest? I love our friends, but I do not have the social battery this weekend.
Nah, I'm right there with you. Let's keep it small. We can do the big group thing another time.
Right? And after a week like this, getting out might actually help more than sitting around.
Totally. Sometimes doing nothing just makes me more tired, which makes no sense.
So, what are you thinking? Like a day trip, or do we stay overnight?
I was kind of picturing overnight. Leave Saturday morning, come back Sunday afternoon before the Sunday scaries hit.
Oh, the Sunday scaries are very real.
Okay, but here's my one concern. The budget. A cabin up there is going to run us, like $200 a night?
Probably somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not totally sold on spending that much for one night.
Fair enough. What if we found something cheaper? A little motel, one of those budget spots.
That works. As long as it's clean and there's decent coffee in the morning, I'm easy.
Of course the coffee is the deal breaker.
Hey, bad coffee can ruin a whole trip. But no, the price isn't a deal breaker. I just don't want to blow the whole budget on a place we're basically only going to sleep in.
No, that's smart. Okay, before we get too excited, weather. Did you even check?
I glanced at it. Saturday afternoon looked kind of iffy, maybe some rain. But Sunday's supposed to be gorgeous.
Okay, so rain Saturday isn't ideal, but it's not the end of the world.
Right, we just leave a little later, let the rain pass, and still get there for dinner.
Ooh, dinner. Okay, now you're speaking my language. Anywhere good to eat up there?
There's this little spot right by the water everyone raves about. Apparently, the fish is unreal.
Say no more. I'm in.
So just like that, we're doing it?
I mean, kind of. Let's just play it by ear. If we wake up Saturday and we're both still dead tired, we can totally bail and do the lazy weekend instead.
Okay, I like that. No pressure either way.
Exactly. But if we do go, we gotta head out early. I am not sitting in 2 hours of traffic.
The traffic up there on a weekend is brutal. Yeah, leaving early is non-negotiable.
Look at you, suddenly all committed.
Hey, you had me at the fish is unreal. I'm beat, sure, but I can be beat at a lake just as easily as on my couch.
That's the spirit. Okay, so maybe this is the loose plan. We go to the lake, keep it cheap, leave early Saturday, and if we're too wiped, we play it by ear.
Sounds like a plan. Honestly, I already feel better just having something to look forward to.
Same. Funny how that works. I'll handle the food research, which, let's be real, is the most important part of any trip.
As always. Okay, tentatively, lake it is.
Tentatively, lake it is. Okay, take a breath. How did that feel?
Did you get the main idea? We're both exhausted and we're trying to decide between staying home and taking a small trip.
And did you catch the final decision? It was not a hard yes. It was more like, probably yes, but let's see how we feel.
That kind of meaning is important in real listening. It's not only the words, it's the tone, the hesitation, and the level of commitment.
Now, let's go back and listen to 15 moments that may have blurred past you the first time.
We'll keep this moving. For each one, we'll replay the natural version, say the clear meaning, and explain why it can be tricky.
Keep count of how many you truly understood the first time. Be honest, but be kind to yourself.
First one, I said this near the beginning. I'm kinda wiped. I'm really tired.
Kinda is kind of said quickly, and wiped means exhausted. So you're hearing fast speech and a casual word at the same time. That is why a simple line can disappear so easily.
Then Emily said this.
I've been running on empty since like Wednesday. I have had almost no energy since Wednesday.
Running on empty means you are still going, but you have almost no energy left. Think of a car with almost no fuel left.
And then Ben added another tired phrase.
I barely came up for air. I was so busy that I almost had no break.
This one is figurative. It sounds like someone underwater coming up to breathe. In real conversation, it means the week was so busy that he barely had a moment to stop.
A little later, Emily said this.
By Friday, my brain was basically toast. By Friday, my brain felt completely tired and useless.
Here, toast is not about food. If your brain is toast, you are mentally done. It's casual, funny, and very American.
Next one. Ben said this.
I'm a little on the fence about doing anything big. I haven't decided yet about doing anything big.
On the fence means you are between two choices. You have not landed on one side yet. It is softer than saying, I don't know, and it sounds very natural in decisions.
Then I agreed with Emily's quiet weekend idea. I'm down for that. I'm happy to do that.
This one can be confusing because down usually feels negative or physical, but I'm down means I'm willing, I agree, or I want to do it.
And then Emily described her own indecision.
So, I'm torn. I feel pulled between two choices.
Torn is stronger than unsure. It means both options make sense and choosing one is difficult. That is why it fits this conversation so well.
Then I asked Ben this. What are you leaning toward? Which option are you starting to prefer?
Leaning toward means you are not fully decided, but you are moving in one direction. It shows soft, unfinished thinking, which is very common in real conversations.
Next, I said something very modern and very conversational. I do not have the social battery this weekend. I do not have the energy to spend time with people this weekend.
Social battery is the energy you have for being around people, talking, and socializing. If your social battery is low, you may like your friends, but you still need quiet time.
Then comes a connected speech moment.
So, what are you thinking? What do you think?
What do you is what do you compressed into one quick sound. That's why natural English can feel so fast. The words are not missing, they are blended.
A little later, I mentioned this. Before the Sunday scaries hit. Before that anxious Sunday feeling starts.
The Sunday scaries means that nervous or slightly heavy feeling people get when the weekend is ending and work is coming. It is casual, cultural, and very common.
Then we talked about price. A cabin up there is going to run us, like $200 a night? A cabin there is going to cost us about $200 a night.
There's a lot happening in that one line. Gonna means going to, run us means cost us, bucks means dollars. 3 casual things happen at once.
After that, I softened my disagreement. I'm not totally sold on spending that much. I'm not fully convinced that spending that much is worth it.
Not totally sold is a soft way to say you are not convinced. It is not a hard no. It leaves space for discussion, which is very natural in real conversation.
And then I said this about the motel. As long as it's clean and there's decent coffee in the morning, I'm easy. If it is clean and has good enough coffee, I do not need anything fancy.
Here, I'm easy does not describe Ben's personality. It means I am flexible. I do not need much. The words sound simple, but the meaning is not literal.
Then Emily teased me a little.
Of course the coffee is the deal breaker. Of course. Coffee is the one thing that could make you say no.
A deal breaker is the thing that ruins the whole plan for you. Emily is joking because I care so much about coffee. So you need the words, but you also need the tone.
Near the end, I said the phrase that explains the whole decision. Let's just play it by ear. Let's not decide completely now. Let's decide later, depending on how we feel.
Play it by ear means decide as you go. And that matters because we never fully committed to the trip. We made a loose plan.
And the final word confirms that.
Tentatively, lake it is. For now, the lake is the plan, but it is not 100% final.
Tentatively means not completely fixed yet. That is the real ending of the conversation. They are probably going to the lake, but they are still leaving room to change their minds.
If you caught that nuance the first time, that's a strong sign that your listening is working.
Okay, moment of truth. Count how many of those 15 moments you understood during the first full-speed listen.
And remember, this is not an official exam. It is a practical listening check, a snapshot of where your ear is today.
If you got 0 to 5, you are still building. And that is completely okay. You showed up to a real listening challenge, and that already says a lot.
If you got 6 to 10, you have a solid foundation. You are catching real English, but fast speech and hidden meaning still need practice.
If you got 11 to 15, your natural listening is strong. You are following reductions, idioms, tone, and implied meaning.
Wherever you landed, one missed phrase does not break your understanding. Following the meaning is the real skill.
So what should you do next?
If your score was 0 to 5, replay the conversation and focus only on the main idea first. Do not chase every word yet.
If your score was 6 to 10, train connected speech. Listen again for kinda, coulda, woulda, gonna, and wanna. These tiny sounds are often the bridge to more natural listening.
And if your score was 11 to 15, focus on nuance. Notice the soft disagreement, the jokes, the hesitation, and the decision that is not quite final at the end.
That is how your listening becomes more fluent. Not just more words, but more meaning.
So, quick recap. The hard part of natural English is often not the vocabulary, it is the delivery.
Right. Words get squeezed together. Meanings hide inside tone. A phrase like not totally sold is not just vocabulary, it is a soft no.
And a word like tentatively changes the whole ending. It tells you the plan is real, but not completely fixed.
That is the real listening skill. You do not need to catch every single word. You need to follow meaning, tone, and context.
And every time you replay a conversation like this, your ear gets a little faster. So tell us in the comments, what was your score out of 15?
And which moment was hardest for you? Was it whatia, the Sunday scaries, I'm easy, or tentatively?
Don't stress about the number. Play the conversation again and see how much more you catch the second time.
If this helped you today, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new challenge.
We're your daily duo.
And your English-speaking buddies.
See you in the next one.
Bye!